Hi partakers, a brand new week is about to start and this is us just starting off our week with the Your Take Show. My name is Amanda, a nutritionist. For someone that has just watched this program for the very first time, please feel free to enjoy yourself, just get yourself comfortable and yes, connect with us as well as we go through this show. This show is a nutrition show talking about anything and everything food and how we can use it to improve our health. So that's what we do here, and we start off always with the food throne. In the food throne today, we are doing a vegetable called moli. So moli kind of looks like a cucumber, as you can see, or maybe an eggplant that has a light green color. Some of them will be pinkish sometimes, but how important is this? I know it's a new food to most of us, and that's a good thing, because if we have new foods every other time in our menus, that means we are doing a good job with variety, adding variety to our diets. So what exactly does moli provide for us in terms of nutrients? Well, moli of course is a vegetable, so most of the time you'll find that it has fiber, and that fiber is going to be helpful to help you keep your blood sugar regulated, keep your blood cholesterol regulated, also help to make sure that you don't have a buildup of toxins that may, cause things like breakouts on your skin. So if you're looking to just have greater skin, make sure your blood sugars are controlled, moli is going to be a good vegetable for you to add to your diet. But there are also other nutrients that it provides, which are very important, like vitamin E. Vitamin E is fabulous for the hair and for the skin and for the nails and for reproductive organs and that system. So it's very important as well. It also has vitamin C. Now, vitamin C, we all know, is one of our warrior nutrients, helping us to fight off disease and infection, especially at a time like this when we just need to keep our immunities up high. So if you're looking for something that gets your body stronger, something that helps you fight disease without always having to run to medicine, this is natural medicine, moli for you. I think that's about it for moli. Let's head on into our discussion room. So as we start off our discussion room, usually what happens here for the new people is people send in questions and inquiries and nutrition concerns or health concerns, and then we get to answer them. So we get to respond to them down on the Facebook page, but here we actually do a recap of the lessons we have learned from people's questions. Now, as we do that, that means you also do have a chance to actually send in your concerns, your nutrition concerns and your questions. These are the social media platforms that you can get to me through. The first one being on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Amanda Twewaze Nutritionist. You can also head to the Facebook page, which actually has all the detailed responses of these questions that are usually asked. So you would want to be a part of that community. The community name or Facebook page name is Amanda Twewaze Nutritionist. Head on to my WhatsApp and send your questions directly. I'll get to answer when I do get the chance, give you a response. So the WhatsApp number is 0782 152610. On Instagram, my handle is Food Witness. Head down there and follow me. And then also my email is amanda.chichoncho@gmail.com. Let's head now into our discussion room again. The first question is coming in from someone called Chela Brayo. And he asks, what are the causes of frequent urination, especially after one takes lots of fluid, and how does one control it? So for water or fluids, when you're drinking them, of course our bodies need these fluids to be able to have a balanced system. So that's your natural, for you to be urinating a lot after taking a lot of water as well, that's your body's natural way of trying to balance your internal environment or your internal system, just so that there is no excess of this or that or the other. So that's one way that you can know you're actually drinking enough water for yourself. So good job if that happens for you frequently. But how do we control it? You might want to say, maybe you're going to take a long trip on a bus and you don't want to have that inconvenience. You might want to drink your water in smaller phases. Not saying that drink little water for the day. So you have your 3-liter goal of the day, yes, but instead of having maybe 1 liter at one go, you might want to drink maybe a quarter liter every after 2 hours or 1 hour, just so that you're not having too much water at one go, because that can make you also end up getting to want to go to the loo quite often. So try and drink it in smaller quantities and in different phases throughout your day. Let's head on to our second question that's coming in from Okot Ribbon and Captain T were asking, I need some guidance on career of becoming a nutritionist. What are the pros and cons in the field? And then what are the job opportunities and outcomes? So, becoming a nutritionist, I'm so glad that you also would want to join this world, because I feel like we do a great job for influencing better behavior and just helping people to have the power to make more informed decisions. Now, when it comes to pros and cons, honestly, in Uganda, every industry or every field is struggling with job opportunities, so it's not going to be any different for nutrition. The jobs are not very easy to come by. They are there, but they're not very easy to come by. But here's one thing that will help you boom in your career, or one thing that I see is actually working. If you actually try to identify a real community problem, like don't just go theoretical with what you have learned, in school, but try and be as proactive or dig deep into what are the community's needs and what are their problems and what needs to be solved. If you're looking at that from a community level's point of view and you're solving a problem, then definitely your career will boom. So that's what you need to keep in mind as well. And then also we need to know that nutrition science is an emotional science, because it's a science of eating food, and like we have talked about severally on this show, there's a lot of emotion attached to eating. So it's a nutrition science. It's about behavior, it's about esteem, it's about perception, it's about opinion, it's about how you translate things when it comes to food and what it does. So because of that, you need to also have a backing of emotional sciences, say psychology or counseling or things that will help you relate with people and communicate better with them. So you might want to look at that also as complementary studies that you would do even after you do nutrition. I hope that has helped you. Let's go now into our third question. Our third question is coming in from many people as well. Mugoya Akiram, Martin Masese, and Finance is asking, how can I get rid of pimples and rashes via my diet? When we are looking at our skins and how to make them glow, our food is also a very important factor for that. And one tip that I will give you, of course, there'll be foods that you can use down on the Facebook page, so head down there and follow the page. But one tip that I can give you here is you need to start eating light. Eat light and eat colors. So if you eat light, what do I mean by saying that? I mean, don't eat foods that actually put a burden on your body. So that's having more of junk foods, fried fatty foods, sugary foods. All those just burden your body, and how the body manifests that burden is through those breakouts that you see, because it cannot handle anymore, so it just lets them be deposited on your skin, and that's how you see that inflammation coming out as those pimples. So you want to eat light. That means eat things that keep your body smooth, like food moves smoothly, the nutrients are moving smoothly, and the nutrients that actually do this for us are the fiber from vegetables, our water, our good quality protein, healthy oils instead of the masavu that we are used to seeing and love so much. So you might want to eat light and also eat color. So eat rainbow. That means make sure you have, at least in a week, don't just have 2 colors of foods that you have eaten in a week. Make sure you've had, each new day comes with something different, with a different color of food. Say carrot today, tomorrow eggplant, the next day beetroot, the other day avocado, the other day mango. Just eat color and you'll see that your skin also improves, because those colors have antioxidants that protect your skin from cell damage, skin cell damage. So those are the 2 tips I could give right here. Let's head into our fourth question. Our fourth question is coming in from Rita Kaylin, and she's asking, is it safe to package fresh juice in a bottle and then seal it? That is, if it's to be consumed within a day or 2. Here's where I also recommend that please look out for specialists for different fields. Now, I know I am a nutritionist and that means I deal with food, but there are actually people that are more capable when it comes to how food is actually manufactured, packaged, and those are food processors. So you might want to also make yourself, if you're going into a business like this, especially of a sensitive food like fresh juice, you want to talk to a food processing specialist and just hear their opinion on that. But this is what I can tell you. When you are looking to package your drinks or your food, the containers, the material of the containers that you're using is actually very important, and you should mind about that, because, for example, comparing plastic with glass bottles, you might want to use more glass bottles, because plastic, there's a type of plastic that can actually, if kept in high heat conditions or under the sun, for example, you'll find that some of the plastic content actually seeps into the fresh juice, and that's very dangerous for health. It could be cancer causing, it could bring on so many other inflammatory diseases that might not be the best. So you want to make sure that you're using the right package first of all, and that's why I recommend that please do head down to consulting with a food processor. Thank you so much for that question though, and I hope your business gets to thrive, because health is also made possible by us being economically well. So let's head on into our last question of this week, coming in from Flower Irene. Flower Irene says, I have a problem of nausea every time I start eating. It has taken 4 years, but it comes and goes. What can it be? So there could be so many causes of this, and we shall put down the probable causes down on the Facebook page. The Facebook page, by the way, is Amanda Tweb as a nutritionist, so head down there and do follow the page. But some of those could be, your kind of relationship with food, what kind of memory you have. Some people have a photographic memory that, they see something that was disgusting and it sticks in their mind for a while, and so it becomes a very hard paper for them when they are eating, because they still have that disgusting image of whatever they saw even as they eat. But here's one thing that might help you. You might want to have some relaxation techniques that you actually use before you eat your food, because it seems like there's probably some anxiety that comes with eating your food, or there's just a feeling, a scary feeling of, deja vu, like it's going to repeat itself, that you're not going to want to eat and you're going to vomit. So you feel like you get scared even before you get to eating the food. So trying to relax yourself way before eating any meal might actually be helpful. So relaxation techniques, like maybe you just meditate, take some time off to meditate, go into a quiet space and just take some time on to reflect on beautiful things of life, visualize, things that make you happy, for example. You might want to do a little bit of yoga or a little bit of exercise, stretching maybe before you get to eating your food. You might want to also probably do breathing exercises. Breathe in, take your time and breathe out, just so that you relax yourself, and by the time you get to the point where you're eating your food, you have a happy mood, you are calm, so eating food becomes more enjoyable, and other than scary, or you having the feeling of, oh my god, I'm going to vomit. So try those and let's see how that works for you. That ends our discussion room. We are now going into the take of the week. So our take of the week comes in from Kalia Solomon this week, and we were talking, on the Facebook page we talk a lot more, we expound a lot more on just issues that probably burden us when it comes to trying to live a healthy and wellness lifestyle. And this particular time we're talking about exercise, because it's something that most of us struggle with, and yet we just need it. We cannot evade exercise. So Kalia Solomon was saying, having a gym partner can help you out on the bad days, because doing the same routine alone is tiresome. Which is a very important fact, that, if you want to achieve something, you might want to surround yourself with like-minded people, because that will inspire you, that will motivate you to keep going until you reach your particular goals. It's the same in the world of business as well. If you want to make money, you're not going to be surrounding yourself with poor people. You need to also surround yourself with people that are actually making it and striving, or even those that have made it, because it's from those that you'll learn the lessons you need to get better at business. Same here, even when it comes to exercise, you know, when it comes to eating well, surround yourself with groups that actually value these things, so that it also gets to become a lifestyle for you. It gets easier for you. It gets to be something that is, you know, engraved in your mind that, yeah, this is what I should be doing, and if other people have done it, then I can also do it. So thank you, Kalia Solomon, for that. Let's head on now into our wellness quote, which is my parting gift to you as we finish this very beautiful show. Our wellness quote today says, "It is time to return back to the way we used to eat before the food industry ruined food." Now, we are not saying that all the food that has been processed or has value addition done to it is bad, but we are just saying that there is a lot that has not, there's a lot of foods at the same time that has been made for purposes of making money rather than for purposes of sustaining us and keeping us in health and wellness. So when it comes to eating our food, let's go back to the times of our grandparents, the times of our forefathers. You know, if you have to read history books to find out what it was like to eat those days, because they lived longer and they lived happily and they lived much more stronger lives. So let's go back to those times when food was about natural, when food was about eating whole foods, when food was about eating foods that are not so complicated in terms of their recipes with too many ingredients in them, you know. So let's go back to those times, other than focusing on the food that we say has been that has had value addition done to it, and yet really it has been overly processed and it's not giving us any nutrients to sustain our bodies. That was the take of the week. Now let me tell you about the social media platforms again that you can connect with me on before I say my bye-byes. Well, you can connect with me on my Facebook page. The Facebook page name is Amanda Twebaze Nutritionist. Head down to also my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel name is Amanda Twebaze Nutritionist. On Instagram, my handle is Food Witness. Get down to WhatsApp and send in those inquiries as well. The number is 0782152610. My email, amanda.chichoncho@gmail.com. And if you're a person that loves to read blogs, so, you know, short food stories that are really meant to inspire and keep us on track when it comes to wellness, my food blog is amandatwebaze.blogspot.com. I can't thank you enough for being such a lovely audience. Thank you so much for tuning in again to the Your Take Show that airs every single Sunday at 6 p.m. and on Mondays at 10:45 a.m. Until next week, do remember that wellness is an adventure. From my crew and me, it's bye-bye until next week.